Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mayfield comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. He's on the move. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. This complete to Colt. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Tight end motioning right. First down, here's Baker. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Mayfield to throw again. Got his target. It's Otton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Irving has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Valus Jones now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They go play action here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. That one's out and cut on the right side. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Willis now. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They go play action on 1st. Into the hands of Olave. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Baker now. This finds Evans, complete. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Mayfield will look to throw. Culp with a catch. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Baker now from the gun. Gets this to Johnson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Baker. Into the hands of Cope. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Working inside the red zone. This one's gone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Jones. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Searches, pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D-tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass too, and that D-tackle just got it done.
Everyone's prepped, it's 2nd down now. Handoff headed right, Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Give him a full 40 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Give on second to Kamara. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running right, it's Kamara. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Groupie to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints tie things up at 14. Reed now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Buccaneers pushing for a score before the break. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Baker out of the pistol. Broke him out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Got Evans, it's complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Mayfield now from the gun. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Justin Reed with the tackle. Tampa spends its second timeout now, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Baker throwing again. Is complete to Culp. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Handoff headed right, Irving. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
3rd and long, Mayfield. Connects with Johnson. And that will not be enough for a first down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. On the return, here's Jones. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Man in motion here. Throwing now off play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, here's Willis. And he's caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! They pick up 20 yards there. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Makes the handoff, now to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. Groupie to try the point after. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down, here's Baker. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Finds a seam down the middle. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Jones. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They give to Kamara, left side. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stop that time by Jamel Dean.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. That one's cut along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They've got a man in motion. They'll run with Kamara. Is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 3rd-quarter lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Groupie to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He finds Johnson. He's got a gain of 6 there. Alontae Taylor making the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Demario Davis. And the Saints get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
It's Kamara on 3rd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
He's got it at the 24. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Mayfield on 1st and 10. That's brought in by White. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion or at a premium in this league.
And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a run with Kamara. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 1. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that. Brought in inside the 20. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints down by only 3. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Running left. This is Kamara. He's got room to roam here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. He finds him right side. It's a New Orleans touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Setting up to pass. This complete to Cole. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here he is to throw. Connects with Johnson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. He'll look to throw it. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Tampa spends its second timeout now. Still one more in their pocket to use.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he's taken down at the 30. Trying to set this up quick. Back to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. There's the timeout. It's one of the last times they could afford to take a sack, and now they're down to maybe their final snap.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on first. Then we go backwards on second. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on third down.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Intended target there was Mike Evans. So they're left facing a 4th down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of...
It's intercepted! That will do it! Joshua Williams has it! So it's a win for the Saints. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and a